Obviously, we're already almost 2/3 of the way through November, and that means after that is December. I'm not going to give you too many more calendar lessons today. But one thing that we talk about all the time, and I've heard this from managers, I've heard this from our leadership, I've heard this from our coaches that we've had come in on a company level, and coaches that I've heard agents working with individually, is that your sphere will always be the basis of your business. They will always be the people who will be referring you the most business, who will be doing the most business with you, and it is very, very important to stay in touch with them. I was talking to a team just earlier this week on Tuesday that said that they have 200 clients that are their high-value clients that they need to reach out to this year still, because for some of them it had been over a year. And this is one of the best teams in town. So it is a concern from a brand new agent to someone who's been in the business for 30 years or 40 years. How do you continue to reach out to your sphere? And on top of that, what do you reach out to them about? We're always wondering about. I love it, Carrie. Thanks for. Hope it's not too cold out there. We're always concerned about why are we reaching out to them? Of course, we want to ask for a referral. How can we do that in a way that doesn't come off as salesy? And how can we, I'm also of the mind that we don't always have to ask for a referral, because sometimes just reaching out in the first place is a very subtle way of asking for that referral without having to say it, because you're getting to the top of their mind. So we've got 3.5 reasons to reach out to your sphere over the next month or two. 3 specific reasons you can reach out to them. And I'll, full disclosure, when I was working on these, my initial mindset was in the mindset of BombBomb. What video content can you do to reach out to your sphere over the next few days? But I realized as we were going, all of these are not things that you can do exclusively in video. There are ways you can reach out to your sphere in multiple ways with the next 3.5 subjects. But I, of course, me being me, and after having Innovation Exchange with BombBomb coming in and seeing a lot of signups come in, which has been awesome, I want us to be looking at these ideas in terms of ways to reach out with video at the front, and then everything else is sort of another way to do it. So if you guys are having virtual sales meetings in your offices, even just sharing these 3 ways to reach out is a great way to just to kind of stay in front of your agents. And then, of course, sending them back to the Blue Matters email that comes out on Mondays, where this video will be shared. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. The first one's pretty straightforward: thankfulness. Asking for a referral in terms attached to a sort of general thankfulness message. Thanksgiving is next week. Obviously, that's the perfect time to sort of talk about this stuff. But, again, for me, when you're asking for a referral, it's not just about, hey, give me your business because I'm great and I need some listings right now. It's about reminding people why you love working with them, reminding people why they loved working with you in the first place. So with Thanksgiving next week, it's a perfect time to share what you're thankful for. And I'm hopeful that we all have a lot to be thankful for this year. I don't need to get all kind of first grade on you and go around the room and ask what everyone's thankful for. Or do the thing that my parents did at the dinner table before we could dig in, is we all have to go around the table and share. But we all have big things we're thankful for this year. Share those things with your clients, whether that is your friends, your health, your business, etc. Share with them why you're thankful for what you're thankful for in 2020, because we can all use that. But in addition, make sure you tell them why you're thankful for them, why you're thankful that they worked with you, that they trust you, and that if you stay in contact with them outside of real estate, why you love having them in your life. And then, of course, if you can be subtle about it, tack on that referral request. And hey, you know what? If there's anybody that that I can help, I would love to be that person for them. Whenever you're talking about referrals, at least in my opinion, it's important to be professional, but to make it about them. Don't say, give me your referrals because I need to work with people. Not that you'd say that directly, but say, is there anybody that that could use my assistance? Is there anybody that who's interested in real estate that could use some guidance? Because you are then offering your services, but you're doing it in a way that you're making it about the client and their friends and family. So it could be a general email to your sphere, and like I said, you've got the methods below. You could do a newsletter through Moxie Campaigns. We just uploaded the Thanksgiving graphics to Schmidt Resources. You could go there and download those to use in an email through Gmail, or you could do some specific ones. If you've got some clients, maybe you had a couple of your biggest sales of the year, this is a great way to just be thankful for those people specifically, for trusting you, for working with you. You could do a Facebook video. I've seen agents do this before where it's a more general video, but it's public facing, and it's a really powerful video. And then, of course, just cards and postcards, whether that is your recipe card you put out every year, whether it is just, again, a more general Thanksgiving message, reminding people and thanking them for being in your lives is a great reason to reach out, especially next week. If we're walking away with homework, this is your homework already. It's 1 week away. It's a perfect time to reach out to people. Number 2, a 2020 wrap-up and potentially 2021 forecast. There are, at least in my sphere, and I know it's anecdotal, there are a lot of misconceptions on how the real estate market, what happened in it in 2020. At least as a company, we've overall had Carrie, I don't want to speak out of turn. I think we've had a really powerful year. We've had some amazing sales from our agents, and it's been incredible to see everybody really step up and serve their clients in new and innovative ways. And oftentimes our markets have reflected that. Yeah, a record-setting year, Carrie said. What records, I don't know, but records were set, guys. That's all that matters. Tell them that. That's really powerful to let them know. And I personally, again, I know people who have been weary of selling because of everything going on. But it can be very important to kind of set the record straight and tell them, hey, this was a great year for real estate. And moving forward, it seems like we're going to have, 2021 will probably follow in that trend. Give an overview of the industry as a whole, but of course make it about your local community because that's what your sphere cares about, the areas where they live, work, and play. Share your brokerage stats. Talk with your manager. Say, hey, do you have stats? In a lot of our regions, if you go to Schmidt Resources, we have market reports that you can download and use. Share those. Humble brag about how great your brokerage did in this time and how that can help serve your clients. Again, we're always bringing it back to being about them. Again, forecast 2021 if you want to. Don't be a fortune teller. Don't make promises you can't keep. But you can plant that seed of, if you're in Florida right now, your market is picking up real fast. Let them know that it is still a great time to sell. If you're in the Midwest, tell them, hey, we're hitting in the winter, but next spring, come March and April, we're gonna hit another big swing. And then, of course, again, a bomb video is a great way. I've seen some really cool market update videos using Moxie Engage to reach out through the campaigns that we have in there, and writing your own sort of video or writing your own email for your spheres. MLS graphics or MLS stats. If you have stats from your MLS, you can work with our designers to make them look pretty. Or, like I said, pull the market reports that we already have. And then, of course, it's the easiest one that we always forget about, face-to-face conversations. Well, phone-to-phone conversations or text messages. Just literally telling people, hey, it was a great year for real estate. Is that something you're still interested in? I know you had talked about it in the spring before everything kind of hit. Would you be interested still in selling? Because it's actually a great time. And then, the third and final one before the extra credit is the December holidays. Again, it might feel like an easy one. Like I said, why wouldn't you reach out? Most agents that I know reach out in some way, whether it's a postcard, whether it is their newsletter that they have sort of holiday themed. Of course, you can do general happy holidays, if you're sending out a more mass email to a bunch of people, or specific celebrations depending on how well you know your clients, or if you're doing more specific touch points. We've got great graphics and Schmidt Resources from last year. We'll have new ones in the coming weeks. The Moxie campaigns are set up to have holiday graphics. I think Judy already took care of that for the rest of the year. She freaking nailed it. And then, of course, like I said from the get-go, bomb videos. This is always one of my favorite examples to use. Whether you're doing bomb or just video in general, it doesn't need to be bomb. You can do a video, again, in the same vein as the thankfulness video, but talk about the holidays, talk about 2021 coming up, and just, be authentic, be yourself. I know it's like those cheesy things, but really, it's so much fun to record a quick little holiday video. To take it one step further, this is the thing that I love. Choose 15 of your MVP contacts, your hot leads, your people you've been working with for the longest time. Sit down in front, if you have bomb, sit down in front of your computer or sit down with your phone in a well-lit area record for 15 minutes, 60-second videos, custom videos. I hit record. I go, hey, Carrie, hey, Jeff, Merry Christmas. I hope you and the kids are doing well. Potter looks huge. I cannot believe how big of a dog he's become. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas season, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next year. Talk to you soon. Done. That was less than 30 seconds. I can send it to them directly, and they're going to get a custom message from their realtor. Other realtors are not doing that. You can reach out and make, like I said, a custom heartfelt touch point, and then I go to the next video. I go, boom, hey Sarah, Merry Christmas, hope you guys are doing well up there, hope there's not too much snow, and I can make it very custom to them with only taking 30-45 seconds. It's a great way to make a difference to your clients. We got a couple more minutes, and I've got one more kind of bonus one, an extra credit as I call it, seasonal reminders. Any sort of decoration, DIY tip, seasonal tip, whether it's home maintenance, whether, up in the Midwest, unfortunately, preparing for winter, preparing the house for snow, or in Florida, I know hurricane season's kind of already hit, but things that you need to do in this time of the year to make sure that your house is, up to par, things that you might want to do to, I don't know, I've never lived in a hurricane before, well, I guess I'd say fortunately. So that's a great question, Kayla, and I will answer that in a quick second here. Anything in the seasonal reminder thing is a more generic category. And Judy made a great point. In Moxie, there is a seasonal maintenance campaign that you can set your clients up on. So take a look at that. It's available for you right now in Moxie. But these categories here are things that are more seasonal, not necessarily seasonal, but that are more generic in terms of, hey, they're not really relating to getting you business, but if you do a fun holiday, like I said, holiday crafts with kids, if you shoot a quick 2-minute video on, hey, this is something my kids and I do every year, and you show step 1, step 2, step 3, and you send that out to your clients, that's the stuff they remember. They're not going to remember the stats from 2020 and how many millions of your company sold versus the other company. They're going to remember that fun video that you sent where you showed them your favorite Christmas cookie recipe. Or you showed them your favorite, way to decorate a tree in under an hour or something like that. So think of these tips. These are, and again, I know I use the word fun a lot, and I know that, I enjoy video. This is the fun stuff. This is the stuff where you can relax a bit. You don't have to worry about, having everything scripted or memorized, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. But this is the stuff that is fun and that people will remember. So if you guys have questions, please write them in the chat. I know we're already hitting up to the 15-minute mark here soon. Kayla asked, though, is BombBomb a subscription agents have to pay for themselves? And yes, so if you guys are new to BombBomb, it is a video service that we have a partnership with as Schmidt Family of Companies. And we have a bunch of content on it on the Schmidt Video Classroom, which goes more in depth on a lot of it. But the idea is that you can send custom videos to, it integrates. It's one of those things where there's so many aspects of it. I always lose track of where to start. You can send videos. You can integrate it right into Gmail. So I could send an email to Carrie, and right in the corner down here, I could start a new video, and it would go right into the email itself. I think I have one here that I can share. Maybe I don't. Yeah, it comes through like a GIF in the video. As you can see Jordan waving to me right there. So it comes through in a way that is eye-catching. There's something, I think they said something like 60% click-through rate increase when they use these GIFs like that. And we've got templates that are designed for Schmidt. There are holiday templates in BombBomb. The list goes on of all the services that there are, but like I said, we do have a lot more information on it on schmidtvideoclassroom.com. You can literally just search for BombBomb. And just as a reminder, guys, BombBomb actually came to Innovation Exchange on day 1, and you can find that recording at that link as well. The Schmidt deal is $25 a month compared to like the $50 or $55 that it normally is outside of this company or outside of our relationship with them. And it is one of those things, I know that it's easier for me to say this than to do it, but if I were actively selling full-time, I would be paying for this every month because I've seen the direct listings come from this, direct business come from these videos.